Let me make sure my OBS is doing its job. Alright. Okay, you see it? What's the title of it, by the way?
Escape from Tarkov.
Is it
Regret?
still?
Instant regret, Cameron.
Oh no, it's the title of the stream is Instant Regret, but it's under Escape from Tarkov.
Why is it still under Escape from Tarkov? How do you set it to like none or none available?
I don't know if you can. You can just set it on something really unpopular.
I don't know about that. I guess I'll just leave it under Escape from Tarkov. People obviously...
Cameron, it's instant regret.
Alright. Instant regret. Fine, here you go.
Most people are watching Warframe streams right
Hey!
now, so...
I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to anything, to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I'd get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. And I just lost the game. Okay, let me open this up in my... little tablet here.
I turned down my volume in our actual chat, so all I hear is the...
I just turned off the stream volume.
Okay.
I just turned off the stream volume.
Alright. Here we go.
Yes? Not right
I
now.
hate my voice.
Oops. Alright. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean.
More emotions.
Okay. I'm going to... Why did... It still puts it under Soul Rever. Why? Can I not delete the game? I done goofed. Apparently I can't change it. That makes me sad.
Way to go.
Oh well, I guess it's
It's been done, Cameron.
been done.
Has been made. No regrets.
No regret. You know the kind of...
No regrets.
She's gonna chase after me. Haha, where's Lever? I caught you this time. I'll stop and wait for you. You see the... That's mean, Soul Rever. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hee. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Soul Rever, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you want to join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations, where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content on getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Do you guys know what a NEET is?
Yes.
Okay. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised to even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I need something a little stronger than this. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs! Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Aww, meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Hey.
Don't make promises you can't keep! I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Yikes. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Shut up, you lolly. Ah! Solar Ever, what a nice surprise. God dang it. Gah! Can't believe you guys talked me into... Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Ooh. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Humph. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki. One I don't recognize. Would it make you feel
better if I told you there's no nudity in this game?
That makes me feel a lot better. But it doesn't help the fact that it says... it had the disclaimers, like, before, during, and then after I selected new game. That does not make me feel good. Her small figure makes me... Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Lolly! She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri. Hey, that means snow. The smartest in the club. Or no, that doesn't mean snow. Yuki is snow, and then Yuri is like gay or lesbian, I think. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Why did you put that in my chat? Stop it. That's right.
It's just a face with a really big nose.
Oh, it is. It's great to see you again, Soul Rever. Monica smiles sweetly. Do we know each other? Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic.
Yes, to me.
Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica? Come, sit down, Soul Rever. We made a room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me, or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them! I'll get them! Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
Chocolate!
So, chocolate! Your chocolate was made to make ears! So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
I know, alright.
Sayori grabs... You're not making me feel any better. Sayori grabs one first. Then Monica, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full as it's already managed to get icing on her face. I turned the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing sweet, full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. What? Why are you thinking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you know. You, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us, before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all... What?
He said.
Why? Whatever. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Uh, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Uh, that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea, and I enjoy Mountain Dew. Oh, cracking a cold one with the Yuri. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must really have worked hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I really don't know if I can keep up with this level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Soul River, what kind of things do you like to read? Doki Doki Literature Club, apparently. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't have a good way of answering that. Praise fish. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuko's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the... What'd you quip?
What?
She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Doki Doki, everybody! Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Doki Doki, everybody. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Hehe. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up next to Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Are you guys having a puppet show of my... whatever. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time when we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Soul Rever? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But
Dejected.
I'm sorry, I thought... Soul Rever, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's all like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls...
Congratulations.
Huh?
Congratulations.
Every day with these beautiful girls. Anyways, one by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Aw, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Solar Ever, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Oh.
Yeah. I can really impress this class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Soul Rever, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sori and I never walk home together anymore, because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the classroom or the club room and make our way home. I'm going to save it here. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It is time to write a poem. What? What is this? Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. What if I don't care which one is my favorite? Okay, Mambo number 5. Yeah, pretty. Little bit of Monica on the side. Little bit of Rita's all I need. Okay, something good might.
Right there, Cameron.
Huh?
That's how you get views right there.
Yeah. Something good might happen with whomever likes your poem the most. Now I need to come up with a decision. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Make it good, Cameron.
Do I actually have to write this thing? Oh. Feather, clouds, lust, uncontrollable, atone.
If the stream hurries up, I can help you.
You could help me, huh? You mean this is like a major plot point?
No, I just want to know what some of the choices are.
Oh, okay.
What kind of poem do you want to write, Cameron?
How about adventure? Sure.
I like the little chibi things.
Yeah, the chibi stickers.
They're moving around.
Yeah. I thought you watched this before.
No, I only saw Magic Carp play it, and he just does his editing and went through it real fast.
Okay.
Ooh, that's some good choices, Cameron.
Yeah.
Oh, so unlike me, you haven't actually watched it yet, have you?
Not the whole thing. I only watched Magic Carp play it, so I only know what happens at the end, pretty much.
Adventure.
Socks!
No,
Socks!
I already chose adventure.
Oh.
I haven't chose my second choice yet, but there's 20 choices, so I'd better go through this pretty quickly. Adventure. I don't know.
Yeah.
What?
You need an article.
I need an article. Adventure.
Where
Lucky.
to go?
Electricity. I like electricity. Electricity's cool. Explode. I like explosions. Imagination. Extreme. Boop. Boop. That's one of my choices on number 7. Fantasy. Unrequited. Infinite. Amazing. Heaven sent. Fireworks. After image. Poof. I like poof. Infallible. Precious. Determination. Philosophy. Intellectual. Ambient. Analysis. Let's see what this does. I am terrified. Absolutely terrified. Ugh. Okay. Hi again, Soul Rever. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah.
Laugh. Good laugh.
Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Soul Rever. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in a club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, you guys. Soul Rever always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Hehe. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Soul Rever can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, even Yori brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. That's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not.
How you doing, Cameron?
I'm nervous as all get out.
Why'd you stop reading?
Because I'm cleaning my glasses. Okay, Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it really was. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess it means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it. A big deal if you don't want me to. Don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how a girl accidentally... How is this a girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she is waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me. Our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled...
I got it on for me.
The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol in the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah! Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Soul Rever? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those sort of things. So she's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories... They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm so sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start a prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's against Yuri's. Then I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
Hey, Cameron.
I do the same. Yeah.
I'm going to look for another rest server because Adam wants one with a lot less people.
Did we get raided again?
We don't. I guess I don't know.
Well,
apparently there's like 113 people on.
Yeah, there was a lot of people on.
But if I find something, I'll let you know, and you can save it and take a break.
Okay.
How to beat says it takes about 4 hours.
Does it really?
What it says, yeah.
This game?
Yeah.
Oh my.
19 people.
Do you want me to continue?
It's up to you. How long you been playing now? About an hour?
About an hour. I'll save it here. I'll put it in there. Alright. It's still happy.